Thursday morning, and they didn't start asking every 5 minutes until about an hour ago. How soon can we go swimming? Check the water temperature, it's about 80 degrees.
No, kids, come down. Come over here.
Idea to let them get
Oh
started.
no! Yeah, get over here, because I'm not going over there by that. Well, then you can. All I do is go around on this side. Get football.
This is a look at the property that we have in Sebring, kind of coming up the driveway. You can see that's the barn or garage or whatever you want to call it that I built this winter. Clyde McNish give me a hand, and Bill Bishop helped me put the roof on. Then you can kind of swing around. You can see that nice oak tree there where you go into our driveway, and there's a little grove of oaks right there that we cleaned out in front of the house. In the house, and Clyde McNish also helped me put that board fence in that goes along the south side of the property. And you can see it's about 2.5 acres of it, so it's not real. And I get a little view of some of the young citrus trees I planted sort of through the fence. See how nice the flowers are for this time of year. But see, those red plants are poinsettias that are really not as colorful now as they were probably earlier in the year, maybe along in January and maybe the first part of February. They're beginning to wear out a bit, but they were probably 4 feet high and had blossoms in maybe 18 inches across. Neighbor's home, Bill and Freda Bishop, they have just a beautiful brick home, and they have a little grove of about the size of ours, actually. I think close to 300 trees of sunburst tangerines. So we're all looking forward to the time when we can start having a little marketable crop. That new dog Lady that they just got, I think, last week. She's a nice German Shepherd. Bill and Freda's home. It's a beautiful place. Probably one of the nicest homes in this subdivision. I think I shouldn't say probably, it undoubtedly is. The flowers that Glenna planted in the little oak grove, most of them she planted in October and November when we were down in the fall, and they've really done well. Particularly when you think about it being February. A little different view of the citrus trees that we planted. They're all tangelos, honey bells and Orlando tangelos, with maybe the exception of a grapefruit tree on the end of most rows, and then on the end of this middle row that you're looking at is Glenna wanted a lemon tree, so there is our lemon tree. There's a little tighter look at some of the flowers that she has along the side of the house. That they're not quite as full of bloom now as they were just a short while ago, but they're still pretty nice. sun sure is warm on my back. I planted in the fall. We've had a bunch of little salad tomatoes all winter long off the tomato plants, but they were supposed to have been big boys or better boys, but it turned out to be what the local folks call tomatoes, or cherry tomatoes. But I replanted some better boys, and there's some on there now about as big as tennis balls that maybe will be ripe in another couple, 3 weeks. Then the green beans are starting to bloom now. The cabbage is doing pretty good, and the corn was kind of a disappointment. I couldn't keep it. If I fertilized it, I burned it up. If I didn't, it didn't grow. So you can see what it looks like. Different angle on the citrus grove. You can see the rows. There are 6 rows of these trees across the back of the property, and then the 3 rows that go up either side. That's my irrigation headquarters there. I have my pump and my fertigation system in there. So you can sort of get an idea of where we are relative to the house. You can tell by some of the sounds coming out of that pool area that who's there. You get a look at them or not, but I guess not. But you can be sure they're in there. The azaleas blooming, and they look pretty nice for middle of winter. Trees on the north end of the property. So the grove actually winds up sort of being U-shaped or horseshoe shaped, and then you can see these rows up the north side, and then there's the 3 rows on the south side, and 6 rows across the back. And the house side sits back in it. And then there's my barn. That's the tractor that we use to keep the place mowed up. And I had this little spraying rig made, and it has a little boom and a 50-gallon tank that I can, with a hand sprayer that I can use to spray the trees. Property from it's kind of from the back side or the north side, but where the driveway comes up into the garage. Looks down the way we go out. We go out of the yard out onto the road. That's called PintoWay, and you can see the end of it down there where the mailboxes are, so you get some idea of the length of the road. I don't guess it's a whole lot longer than maybe from our home up north, where the driveway goes from the ridge road to the house. About the same probably. Closer up look at the flowers. We'll go around the house here and see just what's going on with the swimmers. Seems like they're still in the act of swimming anyway. Maybe a little bit quieter. They might be running out of energy. I doubt they're running out. They might be running lower. Are you getting tired of swimming yet? No.
Are you gonna love the little yellow thing
Here we are having our after dinner snack. Katie decided to go out and go bike riding.
We're having banana nut bread.
Had banana nut bread for a little snack. Seems to me we have a demonstration here of how to properly dispose of banana nut bread.
Go get Katie on her bike.
It's a little bit too big for her. Right, Kate?
Yep.
The bicycle. Just a little bit too big for her to ride.